Your body versus implants. An implant is a device created to replace, help, or improve some missing biological structure. Surgical implants are made for man's, in contrast, and in transplant, in which the biomedical tissue is treated. The surface of the implants that are come to have an adequate contact with your body can be made of biomaterials such as titanium, silicone, or apatite, from which see more functional. Medic implants are devices or tissues that are placed inside or on the surface of your body. Many implants are prosthetics, indeed, to replace missing part of your body, or the implants that deliver medication, monitor body functions, or provide support to organ and tissues. Some implants are made from skin, bones, or other body tissues. Others are made from metal, plastic, ceramic, or other materials that are more like fine for that thing. Implants can be placed permanently, or they can be removed once they are no longer needed. For example, um, stents or hips implants are intended to be permanent, but the shot therapy ports or screw to repair broken bones can be removed. They no longer need it. The risk of medical implants includes a surgical risk during the placement or removal, infection, and implant failure. Some people also have reactions to the materials used in implants, um, and all surgical procedures have a risk. These include bruising at surgical site, pain, swelling, and redness. When your implant is in stress or removed, you should expect this of complications. Infections are most common from skin contamination at the time of the surgery. If you get an infection, you need to have a drain inserted near the implant and take medication, or even have to remove the implant. Over time, your implant could move and break or stop working properly. It, if this happens, you may require an additional surgery to repair or replace that implant. Well, insulin pumps improves the lives of 450 million of people with diabetes uh, around the world by monitoring blood sugar, delivering insulin, and preventing the need of constant finger pricking and blood testing. This small machine glucose level feedback or pump and then calculate how much insulin delivered through the needle. But they have to catch they temporarily. Within a few days, the glucose sensor have been moved and replaced. Um, and it is not just the glucose monitors and insulin pumps that have this problem with many other machines, but all the bodily implants at different time scales, like plastic prostheses needs have to be replaced after 20 years, or other implants such as those used for cosmetic reasons can be meet the same fate in about 10 years. That isn't just a nuisance, it can be expensive and risky. The inconvenience happens because the body's immune systems, honed by several hundred million years of evolution, these defensive fronts have become exceptionally very good at defending foreign objects. Our immune system boasts an impressive arsenal of tools to tackle the intercept and destroy anything that believed should be there. But the consequence of this constant surveillance is that our bodies treat helpful implants like insulin pumps with the same suspicious as the good harmful virus or bacteria. Um, as soon the insulin pumps has been implanted in the skin, its purpose triggers a what's known as foreign body's response. This starts with free-floating proteins that sticks themselves to the surface of the implant. Those proteins include antibodies, which attempts to neutralize the new object and send signal to that calls another immune cell to cite the estrogen, the stringent, and the attack. Um, Early responding inflammatory cells like neutrophils and macrophage response diametrical, and neutrophils release little granules filled with insulin pumps needed. Uh, Macrophage secretes enzymes too, together with the nitric oxide radicals, which create a chemical reactions that decrease the object over time. Um, if the macrophage are unable to dispatch the foreign body rapidly, they fuse together, forming a mass of cells called giant cell. At the same time, being to deposit layers of defense connective tissue, those um, en- enclose the needle that the pump uses to deliver insulin and test glucose levels. Over these times, Scaffolding builds up, forming a scar around the implant. The scar functions as as an almost im- impenetrable wall that might start to block vital interjections between the body and the implant. For example, scarring around the pacemakers can be interrupted by the electrical transmission that can crucial for their functioning. Uh, Synthetics needs joint may keep particles as they worn down, causing immune cells to inflame around the fragment. Toxically, the immune system attack can be life-threatening. Um, However, reaches defining ways to trick the immune system into accepting the new devices where are introduced into your body. Um, those basically make the implants invisible to your system. We are also making more implant of natural materials and in forms that directly mimic tissues, so the body launches a weaker attack than could if it came across the artificial implant. In the future, this way working alongside the immune system could help us to develop completely artificial organs, totally integrative um, prostheses, prostheses, and self-healing good therapies. These treatments might one day revolution in the medicine and transform forever the bodies in that we live.